Hey guys, good afternoon, and we are about to start with our development for the day. And we are going to find the problem from last night where we have a problem detecting what is below our miner. Now, the first thing I have done is I have updated our line trace positions. Okay, so we are basically doing our, let's have a look at this, right? If we take this as position 0, it is position 0, 0, okay? This is position 1, 0 minus 500, so it's minus 500 on the Y. This is position 2, which is 500 on the X, minus 500 on the Y, and so forth around this particular square. Now, bearing in mind that this is the miner that covers these squares, okay? So what we're doing is we are firing down a line trace vertically on the Z above these particular positions, okay? Now, the problem we had last night was that these positions were not returning the minerals that they were hitting, okay? And this is obviously a problem. So, let's begin with a brand new game, right? We'll call it Miner 1, and we shall take a look at how this actually sets up. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do our probe, and we're going to do it here. Okay, and off fly our drones. And these are going to basically scan the area and get us our bauxite or copper. Okay, as you see. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go around about the whole thing. So we can see here that unidentified copper ore, unidentified. So everything is working there. And we have these here, which are telling us which ones are actually done. Right, now the reason I did this is to find out which one is actually getting done by the miner when we do this. So I'm going to save that for now, and I'm going to throw out our drones again. So we're interested in, I believe it's 215. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be working right, but we'll worry about that later. So we shall fly these out again. And we'll do it one more time up here. Okay. That's all good. So we've got our 2 here, so this is fine. Right. That's good. Right. So, now that we've done that, if we go to the minor and we tell it to go here, we resume, and we can see here, if we go to our minor, that we only have this one here. Now, I know exactly why this is, because I am a fool. This should not break. Right? So, this is because I was tired last night and we made a mistake, would you believe? Right, so for this we need to say, just for each, we don't need a break in that, even though this would still work. We may as well sort it out so that there's no, let's say, confusion on the matter. So having a brand new set of eyes on it today has revealed the problem straight away. Or at least I think it has. Right? So, if we straight up just build our minor, right? Resume, and there we go, it's going back and forward. Beautiful. And if we click on our minor, we have 2, which kinda isn't still right, or is it? No, kinda not. Because this should be 1, this should be 1, and this should be 1. So we should actually have 3, okay? We should have 216, 221. This one shouldn't be 1 because we haven't identified it. Right, now we should have this one, which is 500 minus 5, sorry, 500, 500. Okay. So we should actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to stop that for now. We're going to continue. Right, so that's 216, and that's 215, 215, 216. So I'm guessing this is 221. That's 222. So that's 1516, 221, 222. Okay? So basically, these should be getting hit when we do our line trace. Okay? So let's find out which ones are actually getting hit. Right? So, if we look at our minor, 216 and 221. Okay, so it's the top one, this one up here, and this one. Now, it is definitely not drawing a thing here. Right? So, and it's not drawing a line here either. Right? So that is 500, 500, and 0, 500. Okay? So let's take a look at that. Let's first of all check this. And yep, it looks like we have an issue here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 should be 500. That should be actually 500. And 5 should be 0, 500. Okay? So if we save that, and maybe this will give us 3. Okay, so if we build our minor, and now we can see that we've got more, but we've still got this. Okay. So what we want to see here is we want our scan for minerals, right? And if we hit something, we want to do a print string. Okay. And we're going to set this for, let's say, a minute. And we're going to set it, let's say, to white. So what we want to do here is when we hit something, it obviously ain't a mineral, right? So we need to know what the heck it is, so that we can work out what we need to ignore, right? Especially like here, okay? How do you unload it? Basically just type in Unreal Engine. Right, hang on a second. I shall get the page for you. I'll get the link. Unreal Engine. Right. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Now, what we're going to have to do here is actor. Okay, whatever. Right, what we need to do here is make I think what we need to do here anyway, I've never really done this, but anyway, actors to ignore. Right, and this is just going to be actor. And then we're going to make that an array. Then we're going to do that. Okay, so we're not actually going to do that. We're going to do that. Right, and we're going to say BP underscore temp. I'm going to say temp building. Okay, so we can't really do that either. Never done this before, guys, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. Is it going to be Actor Soft? Apparently not. Right, I wonder. Yeah, it likes that. Interesting. Let's try that again. I want to see what is going on here, right? Right, so that's 215, 216, 221, 222. Okay? And then when we create our thing, we get temp building. Right, so we don't want to actually print these out at the moment because we know what they are. 215, 216, 221, 222, right? That is our references. So we want to go back to our mineral, go to our event graph, and we don't want to print this out. We just purely want to know what we're hitting when we hit right? So we go to our miner, we've got two array elements, we've got 216, which is this one here, and we've got 221, which is this one here. Now, it is not hitting 221. Right? It is just not hitting 221. Yeah, there it's there. Right? But it's not hitting 222. But it is hitting the temp building. Right? So I need it to ignore the temp building. Right? And I need to find out how you actually get this to work. Okay, so we've had a look at this, right? And what we can do is we can get all, get all actors of class, right? And then we say temp building, then we basically pass that in there. Now we could do this out with, yeah, we'd be better doing that, to be honest. So what we'll do is for efficiency of the code, we'll do that here, so we only need to do it once. And you should only ever have one temp building at a time on the screen, right? So that makes sense. And now, hopefully, we have got 3. Right, we've got 2, 16, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Our only issue now is the one below. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm going to try something just for a laugh, right? If we do it, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. It should be in minor. Something strange just happened there. That basically started working for no apparent reason. Right? Get actors of class. And that's going to be temp building. Then we're going to put it in there. Now, there is another issue here. Yeah, that's right. Now, the point being, right, let's try this. Okay. Now we've got 4. Got 215, 216, 221. There we go. That's working. Okay. And we don't need to do this crazy 2000. Right? And we can now switch this off. Then we can go back to our mineral and we can basically delete that because that's not relevant to doing the probe, right? But we should do the same thing with this. Okay, so let me do that. Right, and we'll split this pin here and again we'll start at 500, right, and then that can end at 0. Right, and now if we test this, right, and we do a probe here, interestingly this one didn't lift off, even though there was a heck of a lot of stuff we could do there. Yeah, that actually doesn't work for now. We can do something with that later. Right? Because that needs a bit more work before we can actually do the individual line traces going vertical, because this one kind of doesn't work like that, but it's fine. Right, so what we can do now is we can check this again. So it should have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And now we have our 4, okay? So the next thing to do is to go to our miner, right? And we want our platform to be visible. Okay. And then after that we've got one more issue. Right. You'll notice how these are all sticking up through. Well, we basically need to make these invisible. Right. And we've got our 4, which is correct. Right, so in the first instance, when we scan for materials, we can now kill this. Right. And then with this here, what we can do is we can say hidden in game. Okay. And that's going to be true. Right. And this is going to come off both false and true. Right. So either way, we basically make these invisible. right? Oh, that's painful. Streamlabs doing its weird, wacky stuff. Come on, get out of the way. Right. So basically, we do that. And you'll notice that everything is now invisible, which is cool. And we can stop that. Right, now the important thing here is now that the miner has 4 different things, right? 4 different mineral patches to pick from. We can put that back there. Then we can basically delete this. So when we process, it's my dog getting a bit excited about people outside. Right, so what we need to do here is this part has got to change, right? We're not going to have a mineral amount, right? What this is going to come from is this is going to come from an amalgamation of this thing here, right? So this is going to be like a for each, right? And then off of this, we're going to have a get amount, right? So in theory, we can have a mineral amount, right? So we can basically say that equals that plus that. Right? But first of all, we need to set that to 0. Okay. And then for each of these, we basically add it on. Right? Yeah, no, not quite right. Right, still not quite right, but anyway. Right, that'll do. Okay, so basically we do that, then we do that. No, we don't. We get it from completed. Okay. And now this one adds a value to the output, right? Now the interesting thing is we want to know where this gets a minus, right? And it's here. Okay. So in effect, what we need to do is we need to say R overlapping, get this, right? Then we want to get length then we basically say -1. Right? And then what we do is we get a copy. Okay, and then we get this value here. No, we don't. What we do at this point is random integer and range, right? And we see that there. Then we see that number there. And then we see set amount, and the set amount is going to be this number here. Okay. And then this number here, that's going to go in there. And this is going to go in here. So basically what we're doing here is, instead of taking it from this mineral amount, right, where we'd say -1, because what we were doing was, originally what we were doing was we were passing the mineral quantity to the miner, and then basically deleting the mineral. Okay, but that's not what we're doing anymore. What we're doing is we're getting a series of minerals that are under our miner, and we're checking that we have enough minerals under the miner to suffice a process. Then we're getting a random mineral, and then we're basically saying take one from a random mineral under the miner. I don't believe this. I've got a bottle of water and there's a goddamn fly in it. Lucky white heather. Right, now, the thing here now is if this number here now equals 0 or equals or is less than 0, right, then we're going to branch and we need to do one more thing, right? So this is going to go in here, and if it is that, then we are basically going to do this and remove item, and we're going to grab this item here, right? So if this hits 0, we're going to remove this, okay? So what we'll do is we shall move all of this and this is going to go in here and this is going to go in here. Right? Then we can move, let's see what we've got here. We can delete this. No, we can't. We can delete this though. Oh yeah, that goes, this part here goes in here. The mineral amount does not actually matter here. Right, so this part here can get moved, let's say, to here. Right. This can get deleted. I can't believe that flies in my bottle of water. Right guys, I'm going to go and grab a cigarette and get this fly out of my water. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like and subscribe and check the description for ways to support the channel or join the Discord. I shall be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay guys, we're back. Now, with all this in mind, we have actually created another issue, right? Because we don't know what type of thing we have actually added to our miner. Okay? So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, but we've got another couple of things to check out first. And those are basically going to be our quantities, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to, when we create our amounts, we're going to cut these right down to begin with, okay? So this should be on here in our comp mineral spawner, okay? Which looks like it needs tidied up a bit. Alright. And if we look at our mineral, right, we need to check, we've got a type, we do this, right, but we're not, what we do is we do it in calculate, okay, so in here, I don't think we actually do it in here, because all of our things are saying 90,000, so that can't be the case, but we will want it set here at some point. Okay, so basically we want to find references for this, and that's there, and there, and there, and I'm guessing the default is 90,000, yeah. So we say 10, we save that for the moment. We press play, continue. Now we know this is copper and we don't really want that. So we'll do this one. And that's copper as well. Let's see if we've got something else. Yep, we have. So we'll wait till this lands. And well, we've not built a miner yet, so we'll have to wait on that. Build that there. And as per usual, we're really lucky here. So okay, do it there. And this is going pretty well, I'd say. And this is the one we want. Okay, because it says bauxite. So what we can do is build that's really not what we wanted to do. Okay. And that's not going to work because the miner originally wasn't going to do that, right? So we'll do that. We're going to stop these going on top of each other at some point, but we'll not worry about that for now. As I said, these changes I have made are a little bit weird. So miner 1 has 3, right? So if we do a refiner, and things are going a bit crappy now. Right. So that's bauxite. We'll turn that round. Turn that round. We'll make that iron. Right. And then we can go to our conveyor belts. Draw that. Draw that. And we've got stuff coming out here. Right, so miner 1 I'm adding workers. So at some point these should disappear. Okay. So they're not disappearing. Right. Okay. So we can stop that. And this should actually be a mount. Then we should do minus. And then this should actually go in here. Right. So at least we know now that this patch here is the one we want. Okay. Let these get out of the way, then, oh, that was okay. Build that there. That wasn't exactly where I wanted it, but hey ho. We've got, oh my god, that's not right. That ain't right. Right, we can disable that. And we have 6, right? Now, the thing is, I'm going to probe this because I want to see if we have actually done this properly. Right, because these should disappear, okay? We should be doing that. And these are still saying 90,000. Why are those still saying 90,000? Don't get it. What is that all about? Why are those still saying 90,000? Okay. 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 Let's see if this is set anywhere else. Nope. Nope, it's not. It's set from here. That says 10. Right, okay, okay. I need to do a new game. Right, there's something going on here. What's going on here? Right, things are going to pot here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to save games. What on earth is happening here? I don't get it. Alright, this is just way bizarre. What on earth? It is saying copper 10, mind you. I don't get it. This is all of a sudden not doing the instances properly. Right, we're going to carry on, right? We're going to carry on and we'll look at this in a minute or two. Right, there's something weird going on with this. And this is copper as well, brilliant. It's all going really well right now. Right, we're going to stop that. Play, continue. Okay, we don't... Right, that's wrong as well. Right, this is all bizarre. Right, this is all just weird. Don't get it. Aye. Right, so this is bauxite, which is what we want. Right, we want, well, first of all, we're going to do our miner. Right. Then we're going to build that. And then we're going to build our smelter. Right. Then we're going to click on our miner. And we've got this. Right. So I don't think we can even... Yeah, it's... in this case, our right. So we have 3. And apparently this is doing nothing. Oh, yeah, of course. It's taking a random one, right? So, yeah. There we go. Hey Anders, thank you mate. Right, basically our minerals are causing us problems everywhere, but they weren't a minute ago for some reason. So let's take a look. Right, we're going to go mine 3. Right, and now our patches aren't drawn properly. Do not ask me why. Right, I don't know why. I do know why. I do know why. Okay, I'm an idiot. Right? I'm an idiot. Right, the reason, I'll show you, right? The reason is because I have put so little resource, right? And basically what it does is it calculates what the density of rocks should be, right? And because I've set it so low, we've got like 1 rock. Right? And that's the reason that it's doing this. So actually, it's actually right. Okay? Believe it or not. It's because we've got a bauxite of 10, 10, 10, and 10. Or whatever. Is it up here? No. Up here? No. Okay. Whatever. Right? But that's why it's happening. Right? If I go back to what it was, right, which was in here, not in there. Right, if I go back to here, I don't think it was even here. Or it might have been here. This part here, right? If I look at here, then you'll notice that we divide the number by 2000, right? So basically that becomes 0 to 0 and we get 1 rock, right? The difference is if I put like, let's say 50,000 in here and save it, right? And then we go new game, minor 4. Right? You'll see that the patches are bigger now. Right? So the game worked perfectly. It was just I forgot that we actually spawned the rocks. Depending on the amount in the actual patch. Okay? So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay. And right. So that's working. Except, well, it is working, right? But what we'll do is we'll cut this down to 1,000, right? And what we're gonna have to do is do this in a different way. Okay? So that we've got like a minimum maximum. So we're going to basically count the minimum maximum and then spawn from that, right? So basically what we should do is we should clamp this integer to minimum 10. And let's say maximum 100. Right? And then that's always going to give us a little, at least a little clump of rocks, right? And it can still give us loads of rocks. Okay? So in that case, we can still divide it by 2,000. Right? So, with that in mind, we want to know, we're going to do something stupid here, right? We're going to build a refinery. Oh, we can't build it on there. Well, that's cool. Right? But what we want to know is, if we build a smelter, right? We're not going to build anything. We're not going to produce anything here. We're just going to test something. What I want to see is our conveyor belt, and if it allows us to do that. And it does. Now, what do you think, guys? Do you think I should allow that? Or do you think I should not allow that? An interesting one, no doubt. I don't think it's actually a showstopper, really. I can stop it doing that if I want to. Right, there is code in there to allow me to stop that. I suppose it does make sense, right, that I shouldn't allow that, right? What I should do, and thanks for answering, Yanders. Right, so what we're saying here is, right, so it's not allowing me to build on top of these, which is good. It wasn't something I actually thought about, to be honest, but it is a reasonable default position. Now, if I put, let's say, a fabricator, let's say I put a fabricator here, right? I'm just testing at the moment, right? So bear with me. If I do this, it shouldn't allow me to do this. And it does. Huh. But I think that's for a good reason. And the good reason is that I think I updated the base building to basically say that so the platform mesh, I'm thinking that I set, or no, it's set to block all. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. I had definitely done something with the spline to say that you couldn't build if you hit something. Right? So we're going to have to go back to this. I hate to jump about like this, but am I going to leave this for now, the spline thing? Interesting. Right. Right, I do believe that it's in here. Yeah, use line trace for collision, right? So this needs to go back in basically to there. Yeah, that was kind of handy, that. That big red block that I put there. That kind of explains things. Right, so now I'm hoping right, where was that? Alright, this is the greatest of spawns, so we'll do that again. And we'll say mine 5. Right. Okay, so we can do it here, right? So if we build the refiner up here, right, and then we can spin it around, then we'll do a smelter here, spin it around, and then if I do this, it shouldn't allow me. It's going to allow me to do that, right? But when I join it, it's going to delete it, right? So there you go. It actually did do what you suggested it should do. It was just had taken that little bit of code out. Right, so you'll see that it doesn't allow you to do it. But, just to prove a point, right, if I do this, what? I couldn't, right, I don't know what this is colliding with. We'll need to check. Alright, we'll do it the really long way around. Apparently we collide with stuff all the time, which is kinda awesome. Right. So we're going to need to check what it actually hit with, because that shouldn't have hit anything. Okay. I'm staying as far away as I can from those. Right. So we've hit something. What it is, I don't know. Right, we're going to need to actually print this out and see what we've actually hit. Right, so this is bizarre, but anyway. So we're going to do print string. Doesn't really matter what colour, but we'll make it white anyway. Hit actor, it's going to go in here. Then we'll just put that in there. Then we'll put that in there. Then we'll add a breakpoint here, just to be sure. Go. Alright. Wait to see this, it'll not do it this time or something. Right. I'm trying to remember how to play my own blooming game. Maybe it's hitting the landscape or something, I don't know. And I'm forgetting to stop it. Right, apparently it did hit something. Right, what in the hell did I hit? Smelter. Right, but I should hit the smelter. Finer. End actor is none. Well, it can't be none until I've built the damn thing. Right, okay. If we go back, spliner's fine. Right, we don't want that. This is what we want. So when we click on this, right, I'm not going to go into this right now, right, because this is going to get complicated, right? But what we'll do in the meantime is we'll do that. Now it is going to allow us to do spline over the top of things, but we need to check a couple of things because this shouldn't be doing this, right? What we should be doing is this end, if we look in here, right? This end actor should be something, right? And in that case, in the example we're doing, it should be the smelter, right? Right, but it's obviously not getting set, so I'm going to have to go and check for that getting set. And I don't want to do that right now because I was working on the miner and its stuff. Yeah, it looks to me here that we're tidying up X and Y, but we're not setting up this temporary. See, we're only setting the end actor here, which is kind of nonsense, right? But what we could do is when we tidy this, right, we could add an input and we could say temp and actor. right? And it's an actor. So we could just say actor, right? And then what we could do is inner line trace for this. We could add an input, right? And we could call it temp end actor. Right? And then this could actually go in here. Save that. Right? And then this would go in here. And then when we're tidying up here, we can basically go there. Right? And then this could get joined back up. In theory, that should solve our problem. Right? Because we don't want to collide or set a collision to the start actor or the end actor. All we want is the actors in between. Now that's not still strictly true, but for a basic collision, that's what we're going with right now, right? Now I'll explain to you in a second why that's not strictly true, and it's quite simple really. Right, but say we do our refiner, right? And then we do our smelter. Okay. Now, we should resume that, and there we go. Okay, so that's what we want. That's kind of strange. Right, so we can do the same here. Right? Then we can do this. And it kills it. Yeah? So that's doing exactly what you'd expect, right? So if I basically maneuver myself around this, there we go. Resume, and it draws. Okay? So there you go. That works a treat. And everything is back to working again. It does have its moment, And we can basically delete this out. Plug that back in there. Then disable these breakpoints. Right. So now we have one more problem that we have to solve. And it's going to lead to another couple of problems, and I know that, but that's just life. Let me explain it. Right. Let's say we've got two patches close together, right? And basically our miner covers two different patches. Now our problem becomes that at the moment our miner only processes the one type. Now this was by design, okay, at the time, so don't crucify me for this just yet. But this mineral here can be different types of ore, okay? But at the moment we're only setting it to one, right? So that is a problem. But I would say it's a problem for later on. And you see, this is wrong. Right, if I press play again. Ah, okay, yeah, no, that's right. That is right, it's because I've not saved it. Right. So I'm going to save that. And let's do our probe. Now the best way to show this might be with this. Right, so this is copper. Okay. Now we want to wait on these getting back, and in fact we could just do it here. Ah, that wasn't the point. The point was to show you a problem or a possible issue. But this isn't going to show you, but you'll get the idea in a second. If it actually finds a different ore. Okay, it didn't, it was copper. But let's say this was bauxite, right? What I mean by it is, if there was another pocket here, and I built the miner here, it would be over the top of bauxite and copper. So it would be like, it would have to output both types, right? Which is obviously an issue. And I never counted on that to start with, but we'll have to deal with it. We can deal with it, right? But otherwise, everything seems to be working as we hoped at the start of the day. We had that problem. We overlooked the break on loop. And yeah, we've got that all working now. It's taken the resource and it's working well. Right. And this is bauxite. Right. So we can stop that for now. And if you've enjoyed the stream, hit like and subscribe. And check out the description. There's links to Discord, and if you want to support, then you can check out the Patreon and my previous game, which you can add to your wish list, which would help without buying it. Or you could buy it, or you could join the Patreon, whatever you like, or not, depending on how you feel. And I shall see you tonight at 8 PM Central. Thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.